so I can see everybody who's here, and remind you that we have the service streaming downstairs. If you are jiggly and you need time to move around, anybody is welcome to do that, okay? Don't have to be under the age of 5. You can be over the age of 5. And I would like to invite anybody who would like to come closer to the story to come closer. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm a kid at heart.
Yeah, absolutely. This is our desert box. You don't live in the desert unless you really have to. It's very hard to be in the desert. God led the people through the waters to freedom. And he gave them the 10 best ways to live. Not the 10 easiest ways to live, but the 10 best ways to live. Now, the people of God were journeying to the promised land. They loved the 10 best ways. They loved them so much that they wanted to take them with them wherever they went in the desert when they were wandering. But they didn't know how to come close to something so precious. And so God showed them how to. Hopefully you'll be able to see up there. So, first, God explained to them how to build a box that they called the ark. It was covered in gold, and it had angels on the top, and it had handles for carrying. But they still needed some way to come close to God, and so they had an altar where they would put incense, and sweet-smelling smoke would rise up. Now, the priest could come through the sweet-smelling smoke and come close to God. But still, that wasn't enough. And so, they had the shewbread table. And on that table, they would put 12 loaves of unleavened bread. 1 loaf for every member or every tribe. And the menorah. Now, the priest could go through between the menorah and the shewbread table, past the sweet-smelling smoke, the incense, and come close to God. But still, that wasn't enough. What did they do then? They built a tent around. You want to pass it to me? Thank you. Yeah. Another piece? And that one. So now they had the inside room and the outside room. And the inside room they called the Holy of Holies. And that's where they kept the ark that would carry the 10 best ways to live. Now, the priest could go through, between the menorah and the shewbread table, past the sweet-smelling smoke, and into the Holy of Holies. Still, that wasn't enough. And so, first is that one. Thank you. many people would come and they would offer their burnt offerings. Did they offer a bunny rabbit? No. But they probably offered something. And they would have water to wash their hands and their feet before they entered and walked between the menorah and the shewbread table, past the sweet-smelling smoke, to come close to God. I don't think that was enough, though. They covered the tent with beautiful cloths.
So nice and cozy.
Cozy. Yeah.
Nice and cozy.
But still, that wasn't enough. And so they built a tent or a fence, a linen fence, all the way around. Can you hold that? Can you hold this down here? Thank you. And Rich, if you could move it all the way around.
Shove these down. We have to stick.
So this fence would go all the way around. Now, this was a special place to come close to God. And so the people of God would pack up everything. Every time they moved, they would pack up the fence. I'm going to ask you to help me. Yeah, thank you. And then they would pack up the tent, all of the pieces. Yeah? Would leave that one. And the walls. Yep.
There's a lot of stuff to pack up.
I know. And a lot of stuff that they had to carry everywhere. What about these pieces?
It's empty now.
Except for the ark.
Yeah.
The ark would lead the way for the people. Okay. Sure. The ark would hold the 10 best ways. And it would lead the way through the desert if they moved somewhere different. We don't carry the ark anymore with the 10 best ways. But I wonder, where do the 10 best ways live now? I wonder what it was like to come so close to God. I wonder, how do you get ready to come close to God? And now we're going to watch a video about the tabernacle, the house for God.